Hello, YouTubers, and welcome to the show. You all know who I am, and I hate all of you. And I'm Humphrey. And don't even think about it, Bella. I don't ruin everything. Okay, everyone. Today is Tolkien Thursday, so you know what that means. It's Tolkien time! Yes! So today's theme is Beren and Luthien, and everything that implies. But I just couldn't fit it all on the board. So, what's the story? Okay, the story is, in the Silmarillion, you got so much biting and violence and death. And then guess what? We get a story about Beren and Luthien. When did they meet? When did they meet? Oh. Well, you know what? The funny thing is, I just happen to have a copy of the Silmarillion. And in that copy of the Silmarillion, we have what? The story of Beren and Luthien. Alright, if I can get to it. Alright. Of course, there's one good thing about this story. It's a happy story. It's a love story. It's an adventure story. You got the romance, the adventure, and it contains an impossible quest, which somehow they succeeded. But, so, here's how the story goes, according to Tolkien. Beren loses everything. And so he's lonely. He doesn't have anyone to talk to. So he wanders around. And then he meets her. Who? Luthien. He called her Tunuvio, which means nightingale, daughter of twilight. And so the story of Beren. Beren is a mortal man. Luthien is the daughter of elves. They meet. They fall in love. But Luthien's daddy, Thingol, unfortunately, does not approve of this relationship. What? That doesn't sound right. Well, don't be surprised, though. The story repeats itself once. But here's the thing. Thingol says, if you want to marry my daughter, you have to do a task. And he says, what's your task? Get a Summerall. Which, unfortunately, is being held in hostage by the evil Morgoth. Ah! Wow. That sounds interesting. How does it happen? Okay, the best part about the story is when Beren's out on his mission to get the Summerall, Luthien doesn't just sit there and do nothing. No, she follows him. They get together and, as the story goes, succeeded in stealing the Summerall. So, she ran off. Yep, she runs away with her companion, So they find him. Yep, they find him. They take a Summerall from Morgoth's crown, give it back to Thingol. Except there's one more plot twist. What happened? Beren loses a hand to an ugly warg. Ah! What's with the hand losing and the hand chopping? Ah! Yeah, pretty sad, don't you think? But that's okay, because he says, "Sir, even now, a Summerell is in my hand." And then he said, he looked at his arm, where his hand was, like, "Where's your hand?" And then somebody came rushing in and said, "Oh, sir." "Oh, sir, we just found this dead wolf on our lands, and he has something in his stomach." So they cut open his stomach, and and guess what? There was a Summerall, and Thingol took the Summerall for his own, which really made the Sons of Fëanor not happy, but that's a different story. So that's the story. So, why the story of Beren and Luthien? Of course, a part of it was based on Tolkien's own life. When Tolkien met his wife Edith, Tolkien's uncle was not happy, because Tolkien was a Catholic and Edith was a Protestant. And he says, "Oh no, you're not marrying her. One, she's too old for you, and two, she's a Protestant. You cannot see her again." Oh, but he did see her again. After the war ended, and Edith's previous engagement went belly up, Tolkien meets her, pursues her, and then they finally get married. Wow. So he based a good part of that in his own life. Yep. And not only did he base that on a part of his own life, he also repeated the story of Beren and Luthien into other characters who just happen to be descendants of Beren and Luthien. And who are they? Aragorn and Arwen. Oh, well, I did not know that. Huh. So, Ryan, were you paying attention when you were watching your Ralph Bashir's Lord of the Rings? Yeah. To that part of the story, which was in the movie? Well, not really. Romance ain't my thing. Yes, it should be. Guess what? Aragorn and Arwen were willing to fight for their love, even though Arwen wasn't too keen on Arwen marrying a mortal man. See? The story repeats itself. Yep, the story repeats itself. But when the story repeats itself, well, things happen when history repeats itself. Oh. And guess what I hear? Charlotte's coming on the show. Hi, guys. Hi, Charlotte. What's up, Charlotte? What's up? Oh, not much. But here's my opinion. Tolkien? I seem to have a problem with Tolkien because he says he doesn't feature women in his books. The only woman he features is Éowyn, and I am not particularly fond of her. Wow. That's pretty interesting. Oh, and not only that, there were no women featured in The Hobbit. Well, you're right. There were no women featured in The Hobbit books. You didn't see any of them, but you knew they were there. You just didn't see them. Well, we did see women. That's why Peter Jackson and his team decided we're going to have to create a female character. Well, that's why they made Taria a captain of the guard. Somebody who is willing to fight for what she believes in, instead of just letting the world dissolve around her. Sometimes I just don't understand that around well. And well, as she fights to save the world she lives in, she falls in love with a dwarf, whose name happens to be Keely. Yep, we all know how that started. Keely tells a bad joke, Tario giggles, and then in the next scene, they're talking about starlight and fire rooms like teenagers. I know, and then on my therapy watch, I'm saying, hey, you two should kiss! Yes, they should kiss! But they're not kissing. There was no kissing in that movie. Of course, there are a couple of other women, including that Lake Town woman, who, in spite of everything, takes pot shots at Ifio Alfred, who organizes the women to fight in Lake Town. When the city of Dale was almost overrun. And then we also have Galadriel, who is also a powerful person in her own right. She is the one who stands up to Sauron and shows him her elf powers. I know, I like that part. She's like, you have no power here, servant of Morgoth. You are nameless, faceless, formless. Go back to the void from whence you came. See? So. Whoa. No, that is not the Galadriel I remember seeing. That's right. Galadriel would have obliterated Sauron. Yep, and you know what they say in the memes? Do not ever insult the relatives, because you'll never know where the witch will strike. And not only that, in Fellowship of the Rings, the book, they have a guy called Glorfindel who comes to help Frodo. Please. That's why they took him out and put Arwen in his place to give her more of a role, because she was pushed to the background. Her main goal was to fight for her marriage to Aragorn. And finally, she makes her dad get it, which spurs Elrond to reforge the sword and give it to Aragorn. And he would do anything for her, and she would do anything for him. Yep, but the Eowyn versus Aragorn plot, that was just nothing more than an infatuation. Yeah, it never would have lasted. It wouldn't have worked. Because, guess what? The thing is, she was made for someone else. I mean, she belonged to someone else, like Faramir. And that's how the story goes. And, of course, though, it was Eowyn who killed that Nazgul. Yep, she killed him. And then she went to her uncle to tell him what she had done. And he already knew she was there. He heard her voice. He saw her take him down. And that was kind of a tearjerker. So in this little broadcast, we have this to say. We think they are. No. But all those superpower, girl power women, that's starting to get old. Yeah. let's have the woman who probably should be the last person you suspect do something great. I know. But let's also talk about that hobbit woman Sam marries at the end of Lord of the Rings. And of course, she doesn't just sit there as a prize. Of course, at the end of the book, when Sam decides to marry her, she said, I waited long enough, Sam. It's now or never. Sam, it's now or never. And Sam always liked her. He always liked her. But it's like she doesn't even know he's alive. Ah, I love those kind of stories. The guy has to prove himself in order to get the girl. While she's going about her work, he's trying to prove himself to her. It's like he probably didn't need to prove himself to her. She just saw him for what he truly was all along. See? That's how the story works. And that's why they got married and had all those kids. Uh-huh. And there's one more woman we want to discuss. What is it? Thorin's sister, Dice, who is the mother of those two dwarfs known as Philly and Kelly. Yep. She was featured in the Hobbit movies when Bard unopened the tapestry and saw her face. Yeah. Did anyone catch that? Yeah. And then there's also one thing everybody agrees on. She's a super tough dwarf woman who doesn't who will not accept any nonsense. She's always done with Thorin. And she always seems to like Bilbo. And so she's pretty much like him, but a lot more. Ah. And not like that, had they had her on a quest, there wouldn't be a lot of problems. Dice would have found that Azog guy and beat the stuffings out of him, saying, "You killed my grandpa, now I'm gonna beat you up!" And she would have beat him up so hard, he would have ran home crying with his tail between his legs. Or she would have killed him. Ryan, she probably would have killed him. I mean, she wasn't going to send him packing. She was going to kill him and then completely decimate his army. Like, whoa. Yes, thank you for that, Ryan. And not only that, she would have yelled at the Randuil for daring to keep her people prisoners. He said, "You won't let us out, and you won't give us what we want, and if you don't, I'm gonna make you." Or I would publish that fanfic about you wearing a tutu. I would pay to read that. You would pay to read that? Yeah, that would be pretty funny. And then she would have given that slimy master of Lake Town what for? With a good punch to the face. And then she would have punched Smaug in the face for daring to take her home. And then she would have told Gandalf exactly where he got part of his adventures. Oh, wait, too much? Nah, that's more than enough. So, thank you all for watching this very interesting broadcast. And remember that you don't have to make your women super powerful and tough. No, sometimes even the softest and weakest of women can do great things when given the right opportunity. So thank you all, and thank you to our guest, Charlotte, for throwing in her opinions. And yes, get the Beren and Luthien book from your local bookstore. Well, I'm probably going to have to sacrifice some cash to get it, but hey, it'll be well worth the cost. So, see you all tomorrow for Fandom Fridays! Yes, Fandom Fridays! So see you later! I mean, meow! Meow! I don't know, Bella. Not